So here comes part 3. Part 3 is configuring your switches in your router. Okay? So first, we're going to start off with switch A. We're going to start doing the switches first. Alright? So we start off with switch A. Okay? We do the CLI. We hit enter. Okay? So the first thing I'll do is go to the mode, enable. Then I'll do what? Config. T. Now we'll give it a host name. Okay, guys? So we'll give it a host name. So this is what? Switch what? A, right? So I'll say host name, switch A. No space. Okay? Now, if we want to, we could give it a password. So we're going to give it a password. Enable, secret. We're going to call it Cisco. Alright? Now we're going to also go to the line so we could telnet to the switch. So we're going to do line console 0. So we're going to give it a console password also. We're going to do password Cisco. Do login. Then we're going to do line VTY 0 space 4. We're going to do password Cisco login. So we just set a password on our switch. Is everybody with me so far? We just set the passwords on our switch. So I'm going to give everybody a couple seconds to get that done. So now we finished setting the passwords on our switch. Alright. We give all the computers a gateway on IP. We give the computers an IP and we give the computers a gateway. Okay? We did not give the switches what? A gateway. So let's go back and give the switches a gateway. So we're going to start off with switch A. Okay? So we go back in. We do config T. We do IP DEF. Now guess what? You could just type DEF and hit the tab key and gateway comes up. You just hit the tab key and gateway comes up. And you just put in the gateway. What's the gateway for LAN A? 180.10.32.1. So we do exit. Always want to do exit. Alright? And we always want to do what? A copy what? Run. Start. You want to keep everything uniform. Is everybody with me so far? So let's go to switch B. Alright, so we go here again. Config T. And then right here we do IP DEF, like I said, 180.10.64.1. Done. I do Control Z. And I do copy, run, start. And I go to switch C. Come right back here. Okay. We do IP, config T, sorry. Now we do IP, DEF, like I said, 180.10.96.1. Control Z. Now we do copy, run, start. Hit enter, enter. We're done. Now, I know before we did not get an opportunity to record this part, so I'll go for it. So we're in on switch C right now. So these are the commands. EN takes you to enable mode. Config T takes you to global config mode. This is how we give the switch a name. We just give the switch a name. This is how we give the switch a secret password, an enable password. We went to line console mode, which is how you get to the switch. You console into the switch. We give it a password of Cisco. We went here. We give it the telnet password. We call it VTY. We give it a password of Cisco. This is how we assign an IP address to the switch. All switches have VLAN 1. That's the default VLAN for all switch. We assign an IP to a VLAN on a switch, not to an individual port. Everybody got that? We turn on the VLAN. If you keep the VLAN off, you will not be able to get the lights that you see on your configuration. So does everybody understand this? Alright. So this is important. We did not get an opportunity, so I'm just taking you guys back so you can see what's going on. So now let's go test to make sure that we have everything on the switch set up. So we're going to do show run. We do show run. We see the enable secret password is what? Encrypted. Everybody with me so far? We come down, we hit the space bar. We see the IP address of the switch. Alright, we see the passwords that are being assigned to the switch. Everybody got it so far? So one of the cool things you could do now, you could encrypt all the passwords on the switch. So to encrypt all the passwords, I'm going to only do one. So you guys can do the rest. To encrypt all the passwords on the switch, I do config T. Alright? And now, I do password. Alright. That's not possible to command. It's service, password. That's the command. My back. So that's the command. It's called service password encryption. So this allows me to encrypt all my passwords on my switch. So I hit enter. Alright, I do exit. Oh, sorry guys. And when I do exit, now all I have to do, I always do my what? Copy, run what? Alright, I do copy, run, start. And now I do show, run. And now you'll see all my passwords now are now encrypted. See all that? Now the password doesn't look like the password from before. Everybody got it so far? Does everybody follow what I'm saying? Yeah. If you scroll up here, this was my original passwords that I had. Now because I issue the command, alright? Because I issue the command service password encryption, what it actually did is it encrypted my my passwords that were not encrypted before. So now you don't see what? Cisco, right guys? And is this the password? Is this the password? No. This is the encrypted password. Does everybody get that?